بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تحت رعاية صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد آل-خليفة ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء، يسرنا أن نفتتح مؤتمر الروتري الدولي الثامن للمنطقة 2452 في مملكة البحرين. من القلب للقلب، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Under the patronage of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al-Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister, we are pleased to inaugurate the 8th Rotary International District 2452 Conference with the Bahrain National Anthem, followed by Rotary International Anthem.
دستورها عالي المكانة والمقام، ميثاقها نهج الشريعة والعروبة والقيم، عاشت مملكة البحرين. بلد الكرام أهل السلام، دستورها عالي المكانة والمقام، ميثاقها نهج الشريعة والعروبة والقيم، عاشت مملكة البحرين.
سعادة محافظ المنطقة 2452 الأخ مازن العمران، أصحاب السعادة، ممثل الرئيس الدولي بيتر كايل، المحاضرين الكرام، رؤساء الأندية ومساعدي المحافظ ونوابه، الزملاء والزميلات، أهلا بكم في المؤتمر الثامن للمنطقة الروترية 2452. أهلا بكم في المؤتمر ولو عن بعد، وفي البحرين ولو عن بعد. أهلا بكم في قلوب اللجنة المنظمة للمؤتمر، فعليا لا افتراضيا، راجية أن تعذرونا مسبقا، فكنا قد أعددنا لكم برنامجا حافلا، شاءت الظروف التي تعرفون أن نستبدلها في اللحظات الأخيرة، فإن حزنا على رضاكم فذلك سيسعدنا كثيرا، وإن لم يكن فليقع اللوم على الظروف السائدة. وكما قيل قديما: تقفون والفلك المسخر دائر، وتقدرون فتضحك الأقدار، والحمد لله على كل حال. وأود بداية أن أشكر من عانوا معي ما عانيت في تنظيم المؤتمر، وأخص بالشكر أخانا المحافظ مازن العمران على مثابرته ورعايته لكل ما قمنا به. برنامجنا لليومين القادمين سيتناول مواضيع من أعمدة الروتري الدولي السبعة، وأمور ذات أهمية لنا جميعا، وسيشرفنا بإذن الله متحدثون من البحرين ومن خارجها، من الروتري ومن خارج الروتري، مسؤولون حكوميون وغير ذلك. هذا وبعد إذنكم فلنبدأ. District Governor Mazen Ahmed Al-Amran, Your Excellencies, Rotary International President's Representative, Director Peter Kyle, past District Governors, Club Presidents, Conference Delegates, fellow Rotarians, protocol observed. Welcome to the 8th Rotary International District 2452 Conference, virtual though it may be. Welcome to the Kingdom of Bahrain, albeit remotely. Welcome to our hearts, we, the Conference Organizing Committee, actually and not virtually. We hope that you will excuse us in advance, as we have prepared a busy program for you. But the circumstances, as you know, decided to replace it at the last moment. If we win your satisfaction, that will make us very happy. And if not, then let the prevailing circumstances be blamed. As it was said in the past, you stand while the ordained arc is revolving, and you plan and the fate laughs. Or as Doris Day would say, "Que sera, sera." Whatever will be, will be. What will be, will be. Well, we thank God for everything. At the outset, I would like to thank those who suffered with me in organizing the conference, and especially our brother, the governor, Mazen Alumran. For his perseverance and his hard work was such an inspiration to us all. Our program for the next 2 days will address topics from the 7 pillars of Rotary International and matters of interest to all of us. We will be honored, God willing, by speakers from Bahrain and abroad, from the Rotary and outside the Rotary, government officials, and so on. This, and with your permission, let's begin. Now, we will have the address by the District 2452 Governor, Mazen Ahmed Al-Umran.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقل اعملوا فسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون صدق الله العظيم. Your Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al-Khalifa, Minister, Ministry of Finance and National Economy, Excellencies, Rotary International President's Personal Representative, past District Governors, Conference Chair, Club Presidents, Conference Delegates, fellow Rotarians, protocol observed. It's a great honor to have this conference under the patronage of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al-Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to the Kingdom of Bahrain, who has kindly exalted us by accepting to be our honorable patron. As much as I would have liked to welcome you all to our beautiful and beloved country, the Kingdom of Bahrain, so that together we have a wonderful international networking gathering, this unfortunately did not materialize. We hoped and planned, but it was not meant to be. So a virtual welcome to you to our virtual conference in our new norm, a virtual world. Welcome to our 8th District 2452 conference, the district that covers 87 clubs in 9 countries, which are other than my homeland, the Kingdom of Bahrain, and in alphabetical order: Armenia, Cyprus, Georgia, Jordan, Lebanon, Palestine, Sudan, and last but not least, the UAE. The welcome is extended to all our fellow Rotarians beyond who decided to join us virtually today as speakers or delegates. Throughout this Rotary year, we have tried to focus all our efforts and attention to the main objective for us being Rotarians, and that is to be of service to our communities and the world beyond. Yet this year has been overshadowed by an unprecedented pandemic that had to make us change the way we work, communicate, carry out projects, and deliver services. We had to learn to modify our behaviors and adjust to the new normal, as it has been called. Add to that, we had to face this deadly pandemic directly in our communities. It took a big toll in lives and livelihood, and we are still struggling with it around the world. COVID-19 could not have been ignored by Rotary activities and projects, and whatever the project or topic of discussion was for the month, all through the past year, it still topped the agenda. In our lifetime, we will rarely face a disease of this severity and impact upon the world. So a lot of attention has been put to dealing with it and with the plague of this decade, which is misinformation on social media. Still, our conference committee, a very active and effective team, put a lot of effort to try to make this conference both interesting and beneficial. We try to cover topics of special relevance to our communities and the world. Let's look for a moment at the topics chosen to be discussed in this conference. They included the first plenary session, youth, their active and effective engagement in today's economies and societies. We all agree that youth is the future. In my newsletter for May this year, I quoted Frank D. Roosevelt, who said, "We cannot always build the future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future." With this in mind, we tried within the Rotaract clubs and the Raila Awards to help youth in developing leadership skills, broaden their horizons, expand their knowledge and skills, and most of all, learn the value of service. So what are we hoping for? Our goal is striving to arm our youth with the skills required to get them well prepared for the future. The second plenary session's topic is on supporting the environment and water sanitation. This again is an issue of great relevance and impact. A sustainable green environment with clean energy, a constant source of water with protected ecosystems, and proper sanitation is the ultimate ambition of every community and country. Rotary projects worked along these lines and supported the global goal, which is that by 2030, everyone will have safe drinking water. We all dream of clean, green environments. So what can we do? Our goal is trying to support projects that provide sustainable solution. The third plenary session is entitled Women Empowerment. RI President Holger Knaack message specified that we need more women in our clubs, more women in leadership position. Women issues acquire special consideration in our Rotary projects, whether it is in connection with the right for education and work at all levels, or with maternity rights, health and children's well-being. History has shown that the communities and nations that have invested in their people's health and education of both genders are the ones that have maintained sustainable development and flourished. Our goal is to assist empowering women to be in control of their lives and their children's lives and well-being, and to be of service to their countries. For the fourth plenary session, we chose to discuss disease prevention and treatment. For decades, Rotary has put a gigantic effort to encourage vaccination to eradicate polio and make it history. Efforts are still ongoing to reduce HIV infection, especially among pregnant women and children. Work has been done on fighting malaria, dengue fever, and Alzheimer. However, with the beginning of 2020, COVID-19 stole the limelight and topped the agenda of diseases to be dealt with, prevented and treated. A lot of effort has been directed towards making people aware of the importance of vaccination. As the world is fully interconnected these days, it was vital to discuss how to make sure that vaccination are made affordable and available to poorer nations as well. What are we aiming for? Our goal is to help control the spread of disease and to help control the spread of misinformation on social media about it. For the fifth and the seventh plenary sessions, we choose to discuss the economy and community development. 2 sessions have been assigned to this topic to highlight its importance. Every country and community has different economic development issues. COVID-19 brought with it additional economic difficulties and suffering to many people, organizations, let alone the budget of countries. For decades, Rotarians have looked into areas of economic need and developed sustainable ways of assistance. The idea was to help the communities to thrive financially and socially. This has always been an uphill struggle, especially for the less developed countries. Nelson Mandela said, "Overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity. It is an act of justice." Our goal can be found in those keywords: creating opportunities and providing sustainable solutions to alleviate economic hardship. For the sixth plenary session, we have chosen the topic of peace building and conflict prevention. Rotary commitment to peace building is to achieve lasting change. We found ourselves mostly picking up the pieces after destructive conflict. Mahatma Gandhi said, if we were to reach real peace in this world, and if we are to carry a real war on war, we shall have to begin with the children. Rotary has been working on training educators to become catalysts of peace. Our goal is to contribute to rebuilding lives, bridging cultures, educating children about tolerance to ensure peaceful coexistence. To that effect, we would like to welcome our distinguished guest speakers who have joined us to share with us their experience around these topics, and thank them in advance for kindly accepting our invitation, and we are looking forward to a very enlightening sessions. Let us go back to my theme for the year. You all know by now and are almost sick of hearing it, for a better tomorrow. And with the calamities we have faced this Rotary year in our special district and the world at large, a dreadful explosion in Lebanon, children caught in bombing in Palestine, a war in Armenia, devastating floods in Sudan, to mention just 4, let alone the deadly world COVID-19 pandemic. Tomorrow has just got to be better. We certainly hope so anyway. But with all the difficulties we faced, none of which are caused by us, we still had a special year. In Armenia, the first ever Armenian district governor was chosen and is warming up to start his year in office. In Cyprus, efforts were gratified by a hospital being funded by Global Grant. In Georgia, new clubs have been established to increase the service to communities. In Jordan, an inter-country committee was signed with Italy to open doors for friendship, peace, and humanitarian projects. In Lebanon, the whole district got together with other clubs around the world to help alleviate the agony caused by the port explosion. In Palestine, beside the moral and financial support, global grants for projects continued to be made available to help those affected. In Sudan, clubs got together to help alleviate the distress of communities caught in the floods. In UAE, donation to the Foundation for Humanitarian Projects were given to the value of $250,000 per Rotarian, amounting to $500,000 from 2 Arch Club members. Add to that, a new club was formed. In Bahrain, the formation of a new satellite club as part of the Manama Club to concentrate on engaging the younger generation into community service. At the District 2452 level, I'm glad to announce the launching of the Medical Wellness Group. These are but just a few examples at the country levels of the district, let alone the numerous clubs' activities and projects accomplished. We were driven, as always, by our Rotary principles, our faith and hope. Hope, as an old Arab poem says, أُعَلِّلُ النَّفْسَ بِالْآمَالِ أَرْقَبُهَا مَا أَضْيَقَ الْعَيْشَ لَوْلَا فُسْحَةُ الْأَمَلِ. I raise myself by aspiring hope. Oh, how restricted life would be if it weren't for hope. That should please my wife Amal. Her name means hope. I hope anyway. So we will continue the work for a better tomorrow. We will be armed with our principles, our faith, hard work, brotherly Rotary fellowship, and hope. Hope for a global control of the pandemic. Hope for cultural bridging and peaceful coexistence. Hope for a healthy, sustainable environment. Hope for skilled youth of service to their communities. And hope of empowered women co-running their countries, and hope for flourishing economies sustaining their population. Hope for more Rotary clubs to continue to help work on all the above, and not forgetting our motto, service above self. Hope you find this conference beneficial and fun. Virtual fun anyway. Before I close, I would like to extend my special thanks to the sponsors of this conference, whose support is greatly appreciated. Our platinum sponsor, National Bank of Bahrain. Our gold sponsors, Babco, BMMI, and Orega. Our silver sponsor, Ashraf's. Our bronze sponsors, Deco Bahrain and An-Noor International School. Finally, I would like to say that it would have been great to see you in person and surround you with the warm and welcoming spirit of the beautiful islands of our beloved country. But this was not meant to be this time. However, we are counting on you visiting our charming kingdom in the future, as you are always welcome in Bahrain. Thank you.
District Governor Mazen, thank you for such an inspiring speech. Now we will have the address by the Rotary International President, Holger Knaack.
Hello everybody, and thank you for inviting me to speak at your district conference. It is important that we meet in these unusual times, whether it is in person or virtually. So many of us have lost so much, and we have had to take care of each other like never before. Life has become more difficult for people everywhere, and more people than ever need help. Rotarians have accepted this challenge. We have helped families in need and have made every effort to combat the worst impact of the pandemic. The Rotary Foundation provided quick and easy assistance to districts worldwide through the Pandemic Response Fund. And the help has had an important impact everywhere. I have never been more proud of our Rotary clubs, and I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. The world is changing rapidly, and even before COVID-19, people were starting to move away from some of the traditions that defined a Rotary club. The old way with regular weekly lunch meetings are going away. They are being replaced by online meetings and unique ways of keeping in touch. Younger generations have grown up in the digital world, and they have a strong desire for service and connections. And they don't want to wait their turn to lead. They want to play meaningful roles today. And if not Rotary, they will form other types of connections. Of course, we are all eager to meet in person again on a regular basis. But let's not go back to the old normal. Let's keep all the good things we are learning. This is our opportunity to change. This is our opportunity to create a more modern Rotary. Some of you may complain that it doesn't look like their old Rotary. And that's okay. Paul Harris understood that change is necessary. And now is the time for change. So please, let's support the creation of new, different club models, and let us rethink what it means to be in Rotary. Young people should be our partners in the design of these new clubs. And we must make diversity our strength. A key part of that is increasing women and minorities in Rotary leadership roles. I'm so excited that Jennifer Jones has been elected as our president 2022-23. And in the next Rotary year, 9 positions on the board will be held by women. This is great progress that we need to see in all our Rotary clubs. Rotary built leaders, and we have an obligation to share this trait with everyone who has the talent and inclination to lead, regardless of their gender or ethnic background. Discrimination is unacceptable at all levels. Of course, we will eradicate polio, and we must keep that at the forefront of our efforts. However, with the pandemic, I'm asking you to be leaders in the campaign to vaccinate the world against COVID-19 and help bring this pandemic to an end. Rotarians have the unique ability to connect with local health authorities to learn how their club can assist their efforts. We should always advocate for equal access to vaccines worldwide and, perhaps most important of all, combating misinformation about vaccines. We need to spread the word that vaccines work. This event helps us to come together and share thoughts on how to make Rotary service more impactful and our member experience more engaging. Rotary is not just a club you join, it is an invitation to endless opportunities. And Rotary service, large or small, brings hope to people who need our help. As I like to say, Rotary opens opportunities for the people we serve and for us. And this is a moment for everyone in Rotary to step up and lead. Everything we do opens another opportunity for someone, somewhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Holger, for such great words. Now, we are pleased to have the address by the Rotary International President's Representative, Director Peter Kyle.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, District Governor Mazen, past district governors, fellow Rotarians and Rotaractors, greetings. May I say what a pleasure it is for me to be with you today at the District 2452 conference. Special greetings to my good friend, District Governor Mazen, Alumran. Mazen and I have crossed paths on many Rotary occasions over the past few years. I also want to recognize another special friend, past District Governor Nijad Al-Attasi. Nijad, thank you for facilitating the invitation to me to be with you all today. I'm especially honored to be representing Rotary International President Holger Knaack. I know you have just heard from President Holger, but he has also asked me to convey his greetings and his regrets that he is unable to be with you in person. Many of you will know Holger and will know that he loves people, especially young people. I think he is happiest when he is able to attend and mix with Rotaractors, Interactors, RILA, and youth exchange students, and participate in other youth-related events. It has been very hard for him to have been confined for the past year to his home in Germany. On the other hand, courtesy of Zoom, he has been able to meet and interact with thousands of Rotarians all around the Rotary world. I know that we are all sorry that we cannot be together at this time. District conferences are important occasions to celebrate the achievements of the year that is about to pass and also to welcome the year that is about to arrive. Virtual celebrations are good, but not nearly as enjoyable and impactful as in-person get-togethers. Rotary is all about relationships, and relationships are best developed over cups of tea, long dinners, and late-night discussions. I am really sorry that we are not meeting in person this weekend. I have traveled widely throughout your region and have attended quite a few Rotary events in your part of the world. I love being in the Middle East. I do not speak a word of Arabic, but I always feel very comfortable being amongst you. And I well know how much you enjoy getting together at Rotary events. Let me say a few words about your district. District 2452 is unique in that it is present in 3 continents and 9 countries, and includes some quite diverse cultures and multi-languages. I was most impressed to learn from your website that in the past year, Rotarians in District 2452 performed 17,143 volunteer hours, implemented 567 projects valued at over US $2 million, and installed 1,000 water filtration systems in schools. I also note from the District 2452 membership profile that there has been a 5.62% growth in membership this year. That is outstanding. District Governor Mazen, I congratulate you on a highly successful year of achievement, all the more impressive given the challenges you have had to face with the COVID-19 pandemic and other tragic events that occurred throughout the region during the past year. We mourn the loss of life and destruction of property resulting from the Beirut port disaster, the recent clashes in Palestine, and the fighting in Armenia. May I also commend you on the theme you have chosen for this conference, for a better tomorrow. Let us all hope and pray for a better tomorrow. President Holger's theme for this year is Rotary Opens Opportunities. You could have imagined how appropriate that theme would turn out to be. 15 months ago, almost overnight, Rotary transitioned from an organization whose members primarily met in person to one whose members met virtually. The pandemic allowed Rotarians' creativity and innovation to flourish. All sorts of new opportunities opened up. We quickly learned that we could meet easily online. We could induct members and charter new clubs online. We could raise funds for the Rotary Foundation and do projects online. All of a sudden, we were able to make hundreds, even thousands of new Rotary friends online. Now we are beginning to adapt to a new world where we combine elements of the old and elements of the new ways of operating, hybrid meetings. During these past 15 months, literally thousands of volunteer organizations ceased to operate, but not Rotary. Yes, in some parts of our world, our numbers are down, but that is primarily due to complacency rather than to the impact of COVID-19. At this time, we have lots of reasons to celebrate. Total giving to the Rotary Foundation is on a par with last year. Our long struggle to rid the world of polio is near the end. So far this year, we have had only 2 cases of the wild polio virus, one in each of Afghanistan and Pakistan. We have elevated Rotaract, and Rotaractors are becoming increasingly engaged at all levels of the organization. We have added the environment to our areas of focus. And soon, for the first time in our 116-year history, we will welcome a female president. Much of the direction of Rotary over the next few years will be guided by our new action plan. The world today is not the same as it was when Rotary began in 1905. Demographics have shifted. The pace of change has accelerated, and technology has created new opportunities for connection and service. What hasn't changed is a need for the values that define Rotary: fellowship, integrity, diversity, service, and leadership. With our new action plan, we will honor our past and embrace our future. We can evolve and keep Rotary not only relevant, but thriving. This new plan was shaped by the input of Rotary members and participants, and it lays the foundation for new and exciting opportunities for the organization. The action plan is intended to guide activities at the corporate level, but as clubs and districts are the core of Rotary, they are strongly encouraged to develop their own action plans and align them with Rotary's new plan. The plan is designed to increase service and engagement opportunities. Through Rotary, our members and participants can build fellowship with new friends who share their passions, hobbies, interests, and profession. Activities such as inter-country committees, Rotary friendship exchanges, and Rotary fellowships offer current and prospective members opportunities to get involved globally. These life-changing experiences build lifelong Rotary members. Rotary also offers many opportunities for our members to leverage their professional skills and help improve communities and increase our impact locally and internationally. I encourage each of you to get more involved by using your professional skills and join a Rotary Action Group or your local district resource network, coordinated by your district International Service Committee. Clubs can also increase their impact by using the district's resource network to tap into local subject matter experts from within. I'd like to encourage your clubs and districts to talk about and share the new action plan. We all need to help Rotary members begin to see for themselves how they can be a part of this team effort. Let me now say a few words about membership. Membership is always a matter of concern. The worldwide membership as of 1 July 2020 was 1,174,890 members, spread across 36,159 Rotary clubs. This represented a decrease of 14,576 members, but an increase of 269 clubs compared to the previous July in 2019. Growing Rotary's membership is Rotary International's highest internal organizational priority, while polio eradication remains Rotary's highest external program priority. When we grow Rotary, we grow our service and the impact of our projects. We grow the awareness and understanding of Rotary in our communities. And most importantly, we grow our membership so that we can achieve more. The emphasis on growing Rotary involves a two-part strategy that aligns with the priorities of Rotary International's action plan. In all priorities of this plan, members are key. We must work to grow Rotary by increasing our impact, expanding our reach, enhancing participant engagement, and increasing our ability to adapt. Growing Rotary involves continued support of our existing Rotary and Rotaract clubs' efforts to remain relevant and attractive to new members and deliver an experience that engages and retains existing members. The action plan also seeks to expand Rotary's reach with innovative models that welcome more participants and gives them meaningful ways to unite and take action. This includes the development of new and more flexible club types and also new channels into the organization that are not club-based. New Rotary and Rotaract clubs expand Rotary's reach, attract a more diverse membership, and leverage new ideas and perspectives from the next generation of leaders. In addition to traditional Rotary and Rotaract clubs, new models, including satellite clubs, corporate clubs, and passport clubs, bring together friends, neighbors, and problem solvers who see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change. As President Holger has often commented, there is no wrong age to become a Rotarian. Rotaractors and other younger professionals look to Rotary to help develop their careers and provide opportunities to give back to their communities. Rotary clubs can benefit from younger professionals' new ideas and energy. Meanwhile, soon-to-be or recent retirees have great experience and wisdom to offer a club and are often looking for ways to stay involved and active after they retire. Rotary is uniquely positioned to meet the needs of multiple generations. The unique contributions, perspectives, and expertise demonstrated by a diverse membership help to support the priorities of Rotary's action plan. Making Rotary attractive to more women, younger professionals, and those reaching the age of retirement are equally important to Rotary's future. Women make up half of the global population, but account for just 23% of Rotary's membership. Meanwhile, 50% of Rotaractors are women. In response to these figures, Rotary's board of directors has set a goal for the number of women in Rotary and in Rotary leadership positions to be 30% by June of 2023. To engage members with families, Rotary is working to foster a culture that complements rather than competes with family. At the club, district, and regional level, Rotary should be realistic in its expectations, considerate in scheduling and welcoming of children at Rotary events. The desire to increase membership often results in a focus on adding new members to clubs and overlooks the importance of delivering an engaging experience for current members. Last Rotary year, we welcomed nearly 145,000 new members into our clubs. Unfortunately, approximately 18,000 of these new members terminated their membership within their first year. In addition, more than 142,000 existing Rotarians also left Rotary last year. Retaining our existing members remains both a challenge and an opportunity. Clubs must actively work to take care of their members and other participants, connecting each individual with the elements of Rotary that are most important to them and provide the greatest engagement and value. Rotary International is supporting districts and clubs in growing membership with an enhanced online membership leads program that screens, assigns, and tracks leads that come in through Rotary.org. These leads are then sent to district leaders who are encouraged to quickly review them and then assign the prospective member to the most appropriate club for follow-up. Districts and clubs should develop a system for managing leads that works best in your region. Regularly updating the status of each lead provides club and district leaders with an accurate and centralized record of where each candidate is in the membership process. Last year, according to Rotary's records, nearly 60% of the membership leads were not followed up on by districts. Ignoring these leads, who are individuals who have expressed interest in getting involved in Rotary, is not only a missed membership opportunity, it is a public image liability. Numerous resources have been developed to help districts and clubs manage their membership leads and to grow Rotary. And I encourage you to look at these resources at rotary.org/membership. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a wonderful conference. GG Mazen and his team have put together an outstanding program. We will hear from many distinguished speakers. I was delighted to see that the first plenary session is devoted to youth. As I commented earlier, the role of youth in our organization is of great interest to President Holger. And I loved GG Mazen's quote, "We cannot prepare the future for our youth, but we can prepare our youth for the future." The plenary sessions dealing with the environment, empowerment of women, disease prevention and treatment, peace and conflict resolution, and economic and community development each reflect Rotary's areas of focus. We are especially honored that in each of the plenary sessions, we will be joined by cabinet ministers or very senior officials of the government of Bahrain. Their presence is a tribute to the high regard in which Rotary is held in this part of the world. I thank you for allowing me to address you today, and on behalf of Rotary International President Holger Knaack, I hope you have a wonderful conference, and I wish each of you every success as you continue your respective Rotary journeys. Thank you very much.
Director Peter, thank you. It is such a pleasure to have you with us. Now, let me welcome our keynote speaker, His Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Khalifa Al-Khalifa, Minister of Ministry of Finance and National Economy in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your kind welcome. It's my privilege to deliver to you His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al-Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's warm welcome, and to express His Royal Highness's sincere appreciation for the efforts taken to organize today's Rotary International 8th District 2452 Conference. The number of Rotarians attending from a wide array of countries highlights the event's significance. The Kingdom of Bahrain has a strong and long-standing relationship with Rotary International, and we share a number of common goals. Indeed, the first Rotary Club in the Gulf was established in Bahrain with the support of His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Mubarak in 1965. With over 1.2 million members in over 200 countries, Rotarians represent a truly worldwide network of inspired individuals who are selflessly dedicated to helping others. In 1979, the Rotary Foundation started the global battle against polio by providing vaccinations for 6 million children in the Philippines. Those efforts led to the World Health Assembly formally adopting the Global Polio Eradication Initiative in 1988. And today, we see a 99.9% reduction in polio cases worldwide since the launch of the initiative, efforts which have helped to save countless lives across the world. The world is currently in the midst of another health crisis, and though I was looking forward to speaking to you all in person, that has unfortunately not been possible. I hope that with successful global vaccination campaigns and continued vigilance by countries around the world, we will be able to meet again in person soon. Although the global pandemic has exerted a terrible personal toll on many families, the response of communities across the world has given a renewed sense of hope for our collective futures. Through the worst of times, we have come together to form stronger and deeper support networks. Based on the directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al-Khalifa, the Kingdom of Bahrain has provided free testing, medical care, and vaccinations to all citizens and residents in the Kingdom of Bahrain from the first registered case. The government, led by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al-Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, took robust and proactive measures to combating COVID through empowering our Team Bahrain approach across the public and private sectors and civil society in the country. A committed national task force to combat COVID-19 was established even before any cases were registered and took immediate measures to guarantee that testing, isolation, and treatment facilities were set up and expanded. A proactive test, trace, and treat strategy was adopted as a key pillar of the national strategy. And with strong community engagement and awareness, has proven to be a key element in making the Kingdom of Bahrain a world leader in testing and vaccinations per capita. A large economic and fiscal stimulus package was launched as early as March 2020 with the aim of protecting jobs, supporting sectors most in need, and positioning Bahrain's economy to benefit from the subsequent global recovery. And similar to the way in which communities rallied to support those most in need, the support measures were targeted to help those hit hardest by the pandemic. In addition, the government expanded the use of electronic platforms and technology to adapt by moving 70% of government workers to work from home and moving all government services online. The COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the requirement for a strong two-way dialogue between the government, the private sector, and civil society. Better communication leads to a swifter response and more effective policymaking. Our swift health measures, overall economic support package, and engagement with the private sector and civil society protected the health of our community and the strength of our economy. In 2020, we saw a near 6% increase in FDI at a time when the UN Conference of Trade and Development predicted that global FDI flows would fall by around 40%. Again, the results are clear. The best results occur when business and government and civil society work in harmony. The world is going through a time of unprecedented challenge. However, we will emerge from this stronger. Rotary International has demonstrated that with global cooperation, skill, and determination, seemingly insurmountable challenges can be overcome. The same can and will happen with COVID-19. When I think of the spirit which has been shown in confronting the pandemic, I am filled with a sense of optimism for the future. Though the world continues to face significant challenges, by translating the strong sense of community we have seen into all of our endeavors, the future will surely be a bright one. Thank you for being here today, and I pass you His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's best wishes for a successful conference.
Your Excellency, thank you very much. It is an honor to have you with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our opening session. Have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow, inshallah. Ma'a salama.